Hey guys, welcome back. Part 4, 5, 6, or 7 of our TRX4M High Trail Mega Truck build. Already looking exactly like we wanted it. It's absolutely perfect. It says Mega Truck all day long. Loving it, but needs horsepower. So we got ourselves a FuryTech 2260 TRX4M drop-in unit. It even has a nice 3 connector for the battery, whatever you want to call that, 3-port kind of stacked up connector for it. Pretty much everything drops in. You will need to go to a standalone receiver for your own radio, as the it don't drive with the 2-in-1 ESC combo. I think they make one that works with the SCX24s, but not the TRAXXAS yet. So we're going to use an SR215 simple 2-channel radio, pair it with one of our Spectrum DX5 ruggeds, or just standard. And then when I was in the store, I seen they had the Power Hobby 9.7 to 1 gear ratio, which is the high-speed gear ratio for this truck. We figure with the extra power, we'll throw that in there. And that's where we're going to bring the video today into the next video. I should have grabbed some links for it because I forgot. They are just plastic from factory, and that is going to need to be upgraded. And then when we do that, we'll do some brass and some gears in the axles. But anyhow, let's get some more horsepower in the truck and go do some wheelies. Okay, well, we are also in here. I forgot that the RTRs are on bushings throughout the transmission. When you buy an aftermarket transmission from them, a pre-built, it comes with bearings. So, I'm not sure why, right? Yeah, the ones we got came with bearings in them, so that's kind of a bonus. It just kind of worth the extra money to buy those instead of the gear kits, because you get everything. But whatever. We got the Fast Eddie bearing kit, part number TFE, Team Fast Eddie TFE 7972. And that is the...
That's for everything.
Well, this is why people got in trouble, because he listed it as the TRAXXAS TRX4M. I can get you in trouble. There's a bearing kit for the TRAXXAS TRX4M. We'll help him out there. You're welcome, Eddie. Look, you got the same name as my dad. Kind of look the same, too. It's going to take 6 of those. Does that work? 50%. Ooh. Now, there's nothing wrong with these brass bushings. They're oil impregnated. If you're going to do a lot of mudding and swamping and stuff like that, you should you can run them. These bearings are rubber sealed, so they're just better all around. But there's nothing wrong with those. I think they're called oilite bushings. I think they're called. Okay. Broken apart, bearings upgraded to crack into this FuryTech 1/18th system. Which one is it again? The Stinger, right? Yeah, Stinger. And I'm pretty sure this is with the Bluetooth module. I cannot remember. I'm pretty sure it is, which is nice because we have the app on the phone. It links up, works great. Yeah, it's got the Bluetooth on it. It's pretty cool. Very simple. Which one is the little motor? This guy. Already comes pre-assembled with the pinion gear. And it comes with a tiny... Jesus, I don't even know what size that little guy is. 0.50 or smaller, or 50 thou or smaller. Okay, well, this one didn't come with that. Maybe it's in the other one. There is your little Komodo. It is a 1213 size motor. It looks like 3450 kV. I hope I'm reading that right. Sounds good. Yeah, with 11-tooth brass pinion pre-installed on that. Very nice little piece. Okay, just simply bolt your motor with no apparent drama at all. That was simple. Okay, well that completely sucked. For some reason, the motor plate holes were drilled at 10 millimeters on the Komodo. I'm hoping this wasn't the one for the SCX24, and the motor plate on this is drilled at 11 millimeters. Now, TRAXXAS, being TRAXXAS, could have changed something because they like to do that, which is totally fine. They could have found it better to hold the motor or something like that to space them out wider. We are not sure why that was difficult, but I'm going to say that probably falls in FuryTech's lap. That might be the wrong motor plate. I thought the other one was bigger for my other one. Who knows? We took our hobby knife, we ovaled the holes, and got her to line up in the middle. Good enough. Be prepared. Things happen. They do supply longer screws to mount it, but the ones that come with it are long enough. If they can hold this up, they can hold that up. Simple enough. Ain't no thing. Okay, so now we are going to reassemble that based solely off of memory, but with the metal gears instead. So plastic, and metal. What's plastic?
Those are.
This is metal. Metal. This is our base gear that drops in to the drive. Keys it nice there. This will be your intermediate gear that drops in. Whoop. Like so. And your final drive gear, which goes alongside to the back, right? Yep. There you go. Pretty simple. Now, lubrication. Let's get our Cow RC. Cow RC Under Butter, guys. Check it out. Best grease for our industry. Fantastic products. We'll go over some products in another video that they actually just sent out to us. Let's just use a lot. Is that good? Nah, keep going. Use a little, use a lot, doesn't matter. Just make sure you use some good quality Cow RC lubricant. Just remember when you're tightening up the case on the outside, guys, just close the case. Do not crank it down. This is where you'll cause extra heat and binding and blah, 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 blah. Now that grease that I put in the transmission, yes, that's a fairly heavy amount of grease. TRAXXAS went with no grease, so they could actually get a little bit more efficiency out of using the dry lubrication that they had in there, which is actually probably better for the plastic, petroleum-based grease product and stuff like that. With the plastic gears, in some cases can soak in and cause the plastic to get brittle over extended periods of time. But we don't mess with plastic gears for too long. So. Okay, so we got all the screws in. Make sure you put all 4 screws in before you start locking anything down, and then just close the little gap on the case, and then just back just a little. Close the gap, and then just back just a pinch. Take a little torque off of it. After many years of doing this, I found this is, yeah, so nice and free. Motor can free spin with, even keep those gears spinning with a little bit of weight that the motor has, so she's going to be buttery smooth. Once that grease kind of spreads out to the outside of the case like it's going to do when it flies off the gears, you'll actually smooth up just a little bit better. But I'm going to shut up, put this in the truck. We're going to rip out the stock ESC on the tray back here, and we're going to mount the FuryTech there. We'll show you the Bluetooth app programming really quick that comes with the Bluetooth module. Let's just open that up and check that out real quick. I find the app and the modules work really well. Some guys online have problems with it, but I find a lot of guys online have problems with it. So, well, they just have problems. So yeah, there is the unit. So tiny, nothing to it. You get your motor port right there. Compared to the unit that's in the truck, compared to that, come on now, that's something special. That's real nice. On-off switch on the back, we just leave that on all the time. They give you a little 3D printed port to put your battery in. Little pro tip, take your knife because it's printed face down on the deck, so it's a little bit closed off. We couldn't plug the battery in the first time on the other one when we were out on the trail, and it kind of was a little bit annoying. We had to go get a knife to open it up. We tried everything to get it to go in and didn't want to break anything, so we just gave up. So just open the mouth of the port up a little bit with a blade on the little FuryTech system on there. But yeah, nice they give you the 3-port thing. Not sure why they put the top pin as it's doing absolutely nothing, but it's in there. That's cool. Yeah, there is the Bluetooth module, that little guy there. This guy can get damaged by bashing off your frame and stuff, so you want to make sure that that guy is secured. I usually just take a little piece of double-sided tape and stick him right back on top like that. Kind of put a nice little bend in the wire. That's about the only thing you want to make sure. Well, you want to make sure the ESC is mounted too, but you want to make sure that guy is tied in. I have seen guys let it go free, bashes off the frame and gets damaged fairly easy. They are delicate. So yeah, very simple. Plug it into our receiver. We could probably fit our receiver in this guy, probably both back there on that tray. Maybe we'll extend it a little bit, but anyhow, we'll see you back here in a few seconds once we get that mounted. Okay guys, we got that in. The ESC actually mounts really nice on top of the transmission, especially with our low setup like this. It just kind of fits perfectly. Wrap the wires just around it, nothing's pulled, works out good. Our Bluetooth module is mounted on top of that. We used a good quality Tamiya double-sided tape, pulled that stuff down, plugged in our battery, set it up into bind mode on a receiver, got it bound up to the radio. And before I pull the trigger, I just want to go through and make sure all the settings are right. There is a QR code in the instruction manual to download the FuryTech Fury Car app. We already have it on the phone. It's just as simple as opening the app and it connects itself to the car. I think that's my car, sir. Oh yeah, I gotta hit that. There we go. I found the car instantly. So now we go through and make sure everything is right. We have car type crawler, motor type brushless, the motor, the micro Komodo. So you hit the 3 lines in the top corner, go into your settings, you find your running settings, this is where you can go through, you can make all your changes line by line and kind of on the fly, which is nice. So we're set up in forward, reverse. You can have forward with brake, forward reverse with brake, or just straight forward reverse as it already in. That is forward backward in case you're crawling, you're to flip over, you want to go to have it reverse, get her back down the hill, good to go. Voltage cutoff, we're going to set that for 3.4 volts a cell. I believe that is low voltage on the lipos, so we'll go with 3.4. You do want to make sure you have the low voltage cutoff on. You can change the voltage for the servo output. It is a low amperage BEC in there because it is tiny, but there you go. And then you can set up all this plus some drag brake. There you go. Now, the motor is in fact reversed, so right there we can hit it to counterclockwise. So now forward is forward. So there we go. So we can, there we go. There's your drag brake, but we are gonna run 0 drag brake because of mud truck. Still seems like a drag brake pretty good there. And then it also has the FOC, which is the power of force or field orientated control. The truck kind of senses load, or the ESC senses the load of the motor, and it kind of works with that. I don't know how well it works with a non-censored brushless, but it's definitely on there. You can set it between 10 and 30. Right now it is on 30. Let's go all the way down to 10, and let's see if it gets rid of that little bit of drag brake. No. For the mud truck setup, we'll probably just keep that at 10. That's more for a crawling kind of setup. We want to keep that down. So drag brake 0, FOC down. And then yeah, you can go up here. You can also do a throttle curve. You can set your throttle curves, all that good stuff like that. Punch control. Different settings for low speed. Not sure what that does. Something we'll have to look into. This is actually where you do your throttle curve. You can actually pull these down to get more smoother control. All on the fly. Pretty cool stuff. There's your running telemetry of what's happening on it live. You can see the throttle input to the RPM of the motor. That's pretty cool. I think it has a few pages on the bottom. Kind of does like a bit of a data logging of your throttle input. Pretty cool stuff, actually. You can see where we pinned it a few times there. Yeah, pretty cool. The app is free. $200, $172 in Canada. You know, guys know everything costs a bit more for us up here. Cheaper if you live in a better place than here. So I'm gonna button this up and then we're gonna do some wheelies. Wheelies are on order. Okay guys, there we go. All done. Battery sitting back on top. I'm gonna add a little dab of shoe goo on there or zip tie or something. We'll figure that out later. Anyhow, it's ready to go for a quick little test rip. As planned, ESC sitting on top of the transmission, the new Komodo motor in the front, and our Spectrum SR215 receiver on the back. Now with that Komodo, you get very low, slow control. Crawl, crawl, crawl. But it also has some good high-speed capability. So we're going to take it outside. And I think it's going to be a fun little mega truck. It is midnight, because Jesse and I always do this late at night. So it looked pretty good with the lights on, bashing around outside, I think. So let's go outside. Have some fun. We can't even squat on it. Like, squatted mega trucks just look much better. So anyhow, we'll see you in a few seconds outside.
Heavy drag brake. No drag brake this thing, huh? We got some tuning to do. We're drags in the factory center. When is it going to be wheelie time?
Okay, look at that. We got some mud on it, some scratches, starting to look like a mega truck. We're going to do some paint inside the bed, get that matte black. I'm waiting on the soon to be released light bar for the top. You can see the provision for the roll cage has a little channel cut in the driver's side for the wires. This guy comes off, there's going to be 4 little lights in there. It's going to look so dang good. We're going to keep it red. I like the red, but we're going to do an interior paint on it to stop the light from bleeding through. We'll do a video on that, and then we're going to hit the body with a little bit of clear coat, and they'll actually help kind of tone it down a little bit, so it'll kind of bring it all together. I am probably going to try to get another decal kit for it so we can just throw them out and put another one on, but they're fairly hard to get. Anyhow, the FuryTech brushless system is working great. I can't seem to figure out why it always has a drag brake. I know our other one is like that too. It just might be the weight of the drive line on that little motor. It just stops it dead. Who knows? It kind of makes it, we'll do little endos sometimes when you get off the throttle, much like a mega truck would. So big, tall, tippy thing, right? So anyway, a lot of fun. Get some mud on the tires finally. Picked a bunch of dog hair out there, running around my dog's kennel, pretty much. So, yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. Stay tuned. As soon as the Fords get launched, we're going to build another one for Jesse. And then I'm going to build a lowered one so we can build the trailer, put both these on there. Have the lowered one, it's going to be real cool. We'll see you guys on the next video. Cheers.